Okay. All right. All right. Hey, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. Hey. I'm back, y'all. Oh, boy. Let me send off this to one client now on YouTube. Y'all, I was able to make it in. I'm so thankful. Y'all just don't know. I was trying my best to get in here on time. How y'all doing? Oh, this was Wednesday. I'm back home, y'all. I'm back home. I'm back home. I'm back home. I'm back home. Yes, yes, yes. This is I, Dr. Chef. Felicia Ann Hill. Yes, you all see other Jordan too, because this is my account before hand, and so I use both names. Yes, I do when need be. So it's good to see y'all. Hey there, hey, bro. Good to see you. Shut up, bro. Good to see you, man. Hey, Tracy, how you doing, Auntie? Good to see you. My apologies for not being able to get it. You know, it's a lot of us, so it's hard to keep up with everybody. So I just love your persistence. Hey, niece, I'm happy that took my day off to see you, um, to see your beautiful smile. Hey, Brother Rashard, hi, good to see you. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom, praise God to the Most High. Assalamu alaikum. You name it. Ashe, all of the above. Hallelujah, whatever. I'm just so happy y'all made it back by the airport. Get y'all tell I'm the sheets of a store. And because I was able to tune in enough time. So y'all see, this is so surreal. This is so surreal. Because that airport, Charlotte, yeah, y'all got me. But at least my auntie Sharon them did warn me. It's like, it can be a hot mess. I mean, they messed me up twice, y'all. But I made it. I made it. I did well. And so I'm back home. So y'all know my little famous thing. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. So how y'all been doing this Wellness Wednesday this week? As y'all can see, I took out time. Y'all gotta read this and y'all get a chance to go back over this, read it, go down the list. I took out my little time, y'all. I do not like typing. I do not like doing anything artificial. Do you hear me? If I do it, you best believe I just did it out of convenience. It's just like this hair. I let the head over the which called talk me into it. I was gonna do that. I was just gonna stick my head up and just go. And so the same with these computers, but I typed out as much as I could just in case I forgot to say something that was very critical. So whenever you all get time, read through there. I got some very important information because it's just certain things I'm just not going to say on live. I'm learning this as we go because a lot was done differently when I first started coming live. And so I just want to be able to put in certain information when I can. And so, yes, I'm excited because y'all, we got good news this Wellness Wednesday. I hope y'all was doing good. I tried to wait for y'all. So y'all forgive me. Charge it to my health, not to my heart. But I was going to come on, eat my raw, real good, organic, ripe cucumbers and my organic grapes. Yeah, I had the feel for that combination. My body was asking for it. I think after being in one state and coming to another, that can happen, you all. And then trying a little bit of other different type of organic foods out there. And then my body just straight said cucumber. I was looking at that cucumber like it was a watermelon, which it is in the melon family, y'all. As y'all know, still almost 90% of water content, H3O is in there. And so clearly my body was saying cleanse. Look, clean me. My intestines were saying, clean me, Dr. Chef, clean me, Felicia Ann, clean me. So I'm here as a living testimony. I ain't got to use nobody else, y'all. I got to use myself. Y'all, when your body tells you to do that, do it. I don't care what you're doing, what transaction, especially when you know you've been in different environments, around different people, different water, different DNAs, all that has a major effect. It doesn't matter if it's prettier there or not. It doesn't matter. When the body is telling you to give it something healthy, don't question it. Don't be like, oh, what? Well, I wonder why. I ain't had that. No, it is trying to heal itself. And in most cases, in our cases, when we're trying different things, that means it's trying to cleanse itself. And so my body would not allow me. It spoke to me. It would not allow. I bought peaches. I tried to buy strawberries. I tried to try everything else. No, it just straight looked at the cucumber like the cucumber was gold. And I was like, oh God, I gotta get this organic cucumber. And I shaved that joke off because I knew that green, it would really cleanse through me, and I wasn't ready for that kind of cleanse right away. So I just shaved the little green part off of that cucumber, and I ate that mug like I was a Bugs Bunny eating on a carrot. I sure did. I almost snapped a picture just to show it to y'all and how y'all cracking up. Y'all know how we do. So yeah, so I'm back, y'all. I'm back, and while I'm just sitting there, I was so excited. If y'all see, I got some announcements there. I got a new product line that's getting ready to come out. And this one is real, real. Now that I'm not doing all that extra moving, I got a few more things I'm packing to do. But y'all don't know how long this has been on my heart to do for so long. And I was just waiting for the perfect timing to do it. And so I went through all my stuff, made a few phone calls. Shout out to all my other herbalists and those in the health and wellness field that have a really good heart that really is not in this just for the money. Okay. Shout outs to all of them that's doing it from the heart, and to where we're all able to share information with each other to help one another get what we need to help you all. And I don't mean just get what we need. I mean get some of the best top line of organic original herbs and vitamins in the house. And so after a while I'll be probably talking about that a little bit more later. I just wanted to make sure that I was able to tune in on time, because this is the new time, y'all, that I'm trying to do. The 9 a.m. It didn't work for me. It just didn't work anymore. Okay. Because got all these other calls and other things coming through. And right now, I am the Jill of all health trades right now, because it's just mostly me right now. Because of all the shifting, changing, our schedules collided. And yes, I know I talked about, I'm just updating you all. I am going to go into a prayer because I'm just so thankful to be back home and to just getting back settled in and getting things cleared out. And then I'm excited in a different kind of way than some. Y'all are not going to see me because I understand for the almost 30 years that I've been health conscious and aware. Let's use it there, because I've learned something seem like every month, sometimes every day, about how important it is for us to be healthy on this Wellness Wednesday and every day, and how much of a journey that this really is. This is the reason why I don't have time to really just stop and only focus on mourning. I don't have time to stop and only focus on relationship. I don't have time to stop. As you can imagine, this is what I breathe, eat, sleep, think about when I wake up and I go to sleep. This is what some people say, this is what I've been born to do. I've been born to know. I've been created to do this. And so I realized that, and I have embraced it. Yes, I was crazy afraid. I admitted it a few times before, because it wasn't popular where I was at, you all. Born and raised in East St. Louis, Illinois, graduated from there, went to college there, and then back and forth here, worked in between because they had family in both places here in St. Louis, Missouri. And then I've even taken courses and things here in detoxification, drug rehabilitation, because that's such a pandemic. That's such a pandemic here. And if you guys read down, if you have a little time to go into your chat box and you're able to see down there what I called it now, and y'all know now I'm a queen of making up my own name and language, because that best describes it for me, while everybody's trying to be politically correct. I call it a pandemic awareness month. That's what I like to write. So I wasn't just gonna stick with pandemic, but now I see a lot of people catching on. Other people are calling it pandemic. At first, I've heard nobody else say it, but it's all right. It's all right as long as we stay true to and very aware of what's going on, so that we don't get caught up in the hoopla. Is what I like to call it. And so I call it the Pandemonic Awareness Month. This month of September has to be. Unfortunately, it is a whole lot for me. September, I have a lot of people that's born in this month. My son's birthday is in this month. My daughter, Nigel, that just transitioned, her birthday is on the 17th. And I was wondering, even though there were other plans prior to that, I was supposed to had been making schedules to be there in DC. No, it did not work out that way. I did feel deep in my heart that it was meant for me to honor my daughter within this year, And so much, as you all know, everybody, most of the people that's tuning in know what has transpired to where I would not be able to do that. And so I don't feel like I have to go into grand details about that, because the point is that I'll be here at home. God say the same. Giving honors and to my daughter Nijay that passed. It would have been her 25th born day, my birthday, but her born day on September the 17th. So this month is a really big month for me. I know it's going to be full of a lot of emotions and roller coaster, and I'm going to allow myself to have those feelings and those emotions. I'm going to allow myself to do that, because as quote unquote melanated people, that's something that when we've had a lot of work to do, a lot of responsibilities, and then you're a leader in your own right, and you have a lot on your plate, and you're always having to be strong for everybody else. We don't really get just how unhealthy it is not to allow yourself to go through the motions of anniversaries. Like I just made it through my aunt and my mom's anniversary, August the 22nd, and then my father's was August the 13th, and my uncle, which is my mother's brother, and we all had a beautiful relationship. And then also was others that had transitioned on in the month of August. So I allowed myself to feel those things. And then at the end of the month, we celebrated birthdays. I think today is my nephew, my first nephew on my from my sister Jeremy Hill's birthday. Happy birthday, nephew. I gotta put that out there, so I had to send it to y'all. Jeremy's birthday. He was a beautiful young man. Yes, he took it so hard when mom had passed. And so y'all keep my nephew, my firstborn nephew, in prayer. Keep him in prayer. He's such a good young man that he has had a rough since grandmama's been gone, since my mother's been gone. You all can only imagine, because yes, he was a grandmama's boy. And so, but we had no problems out of him. All around, active student, very polite. He's just so much, but then these past few years has just been rough for him. It's been tough. And so I'm gonna send that out there, put those positive prayers out for him and my other nephews and my son as well. They always grandmama's boys. My mother was a praying mother, as you all know, and so that us making it to the very end of this month without anything super crazy happening. And yeah, matter of fact, it did. My nephew was in an accident, and but thank God he's okay. He is all right. I said, oh, you can get another car, but we can't get another life, or else we would have had to add 21 to the death toll, to the past and the transition in my life, in my family. And so I'm so thankful for that. So I just got to put that out, because see, that right there is enough to stress the mind out. And I wouldn't be able to come before you all for real, and do a wellness Wednesday, because I would not be feeling well. Okay. And so I'm a firm believer that we have to learn daily how to practice what we preach. So before I go into any further, I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. We're going to say the prayer, simple, short prayer, but much needed and necessary. Father, we thank you so much for blessing us to be able to see another day, another Wellness Wednesday. Thank you so much for life, for energy, and thank you for positive affirmations. We thank you for all of the good things that you have allowed us to be able to take advantage of on this day. We thank you for those who are alive and well and is able to have the right mind to want to be healthy and to take care of the temple that you have given us. We thank you so much and ask that you protect us for the rest of this day. Bless a lot of us that are low in our vitamin D to be able to get a chance to go out for at least a half an hour to take in and absorb the sun before the transitioning of this weather change into another pandemic. We ask you right now to just guide my tongue, guide my heart into saying what is necessary for our people today in order to be able to help them to continue on in their health and wellness journey. In the name of Yahshua HaMashiach, which is in Jesus' name we pray. Amen, 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 amen. Okay, I know y'all wondering why am I geek. Okay, I will say that it is most definitely the cucumber and the grapes do play a part in there, Okay, and now here goes, drum roll. I am coming out with my own vitamin chain of good healthy products. They will be in motion for this month, so you all want to order in advance. Yes, you do. A colon cleanse, this is critical, y'all. You all were going to sleep a little bit, just a little bit. Most haven't, because a lot of you all have already, that's probably tuning in or probably haven't. So I got to say these things just in case somebody tune in, which most people do tune in afterwards that have work schedules, since this is a Wednesday. Most people are at work. Most people work in the daytime. So here's what I'm going to prep you all for. And shout out to my auntie Janice, my grandmother's baby sister, and to my cousin Shanta. Ooh, I forgot to get Facebook in there, y'all. I'm so excited. I forgot to get Facebook in there. They going to be mad at me. There's a lot of our people tuning in during that time. Thank you for whoever just sent me a cash app. We appreciate it. Whoever it was. And thank you, Brother Allen. He always sends his tokens of love. That brother be on it. I mean, some people think that it's not. Hey, Danielle, thank you so much, Sister Love. Thank you. I appreciate that. Them little $5 be coming in handy, honey. I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, because I got a little gas gutter there. I got one. Yeah, they sure do. I'm not gonna sit there and go sleep on anything. Um, so thank you so much for the cash app. And I'm finna tune in. Just bear with me for a second, you all. It's not gonna take that long. Facebook makes it a little easy for me to tune in, even though they glitch. But at least they're able to know that I'm here on the YouTube. Because some people I think is having an issue with trying to write in that long channel that I got. I'm considering changing how long it is, but come on, y'all. You gotta get motivated now. This is good. This is good now. This is good for the soul. I didn't come up with a whole new song and stuff. Well, wellness Wednesday. Well, wellness Wednesday. Well, wellness Wednesday. You will not be a chain of fools with Wellness Wednesday with Dr. Shell. Okay, I'm real hype, y'all. I don't know. It's all right, y'all. It's all right. This is surreal. Then look, at least y'all can say that, hey, even though the palm trees and the cool breeze when I got there in Charlotte, North Carolina was so beautiful, and it was so nice to go to restaurants. Look how comfortable I gotta get, y'all. Yeah. Just let me get a little comfortable. Let me get you in there, and I'm gonna get back to what you guys need. Okay. Nothing beats being at home when you have work to do. When you have a lot to do and you have people that are relying on you to take care of some things, that's my motivating factor. The reason why I could not leave home because it's so much work to do, and that is what I believe the Most High have dealt with me to have to do. Um, and children, all our children here, and things of that nature, and so um, that was the call. And it's so easy to just go to be somewhere where it's nice, but to actually put in the work where it's not finished and where it's not done, and no, it will never be done. Um, that does it takes a sacrifice. It takes a sacrifice. Um, my thought is what good is it to have the information of knowing how to take care of yourself if you can't do that wherever you are and wherever you be, but most definitely at home. And so visit knowing that there's a flight that we can take off from now until they stop or try and stop flight again. We don't know. We're going to pray that that does not happen. The reason why this is so critical for me to and at the same time I'm excited is because we have the opportunity through social media to share good things with you all, but also to warn. And I don't like things sounding like super scary. I just like it for what it is. It's just supposed to be applied knowledge that you apply to your life to help you along the way, to help avoid, or at least have you ready so that you don't have to get ready. Because nothing is more frustrated than having to get ready after you have been told and you have been given the foresight to know that, hey, we have to make preparations, y'all. And so, what's been on my heart and mind to do, and it was on my heart and mind from the beginning of COVID, before COVID started, and each year after that. And there's for those of you all that may tune in now and later, can you guys see in the chat? I know some are probably reading in the chat all of the done things I got going on there. Um, just know that now I do believe that we are more better prepared, and if not, we're more open minded now. because nothing proves to us more so than anything that there is a demonic attack against our health and well-being of the whole world. Being losing loved ones, friends, and families, or just hearing about other ones losing their loved ones. I know that this is the time that like never before, that so many people lost somebody or that knew someone that had transitioned on after receiving the jab, or even just getting sick from pneumonia and the flu, seeing that this is the season. So what I'm going to highly recommend you all, and so this is so important, so like and share to anyone that you all think there is, so that they'll know that we all are pretty much on the same page. Yes, I've been asked over and over and over again, okay, Dr. Chef, do you think that there's going to be another pandemic? Do you think that they're going to leave? Yes, yes, it's not a thought. It's already been proven. They've already got it into full force action. It's already been, certain things have already been legalized, and it's been in the making for a long time. It's just that we just so happen to be here in that set time where we're able to see this transpire in the time that we are here now. But yes, 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 we need to be preparing for another pandemic. If you wasn't ready then last year or the year before, yes, my basic simple. I'm try to simplify this as much as possible for as many people as I can, of simple things between now and the 1st of October. I will be constantly saying certain things over and over and over again that's necessary for different ones that's going to tune in, about how important it is to get a jump start on cleansing your body and renewing your body, meaning boosting, what we call boosting your immune system. A lot of us have things in the cabinet that we've had since last year. We have the herbs, we have the colon cleansers and purifiers and things of that nature, but you don't have mines. And mines are some of the best. I took years to strategically just wait patiently. I've always been told you got patience of gold. Well, all praises be the Most High. I just want my patience to pay off and be beneficial for you all. The colon purifier, the best way, especially if you all know that you've been binge eating and trying different things. I have too, throughout this summer. That's why we did the cooking. We did all that good cooking and all that good tasty cooking. But now I'm saying now that yes, now it's time to set that aside. You all got through the summertime. Some did get sick during the summertime. And now the body is at a place now where it can tell you, if you practice juicing or eating your vegetables and fruits and things of that nature, even just for a week or two, you knew how good your body feel. Trust that. You don't even have to take all of our words for it, because there's so many out here now telling you all this. And just think, just 10 years ago, this was not taking place. Just 5 years ago, we didn't have this many of us, especially melanated people, coming forward telling and warning our people and teaching you all how to eat to live or to have a more healthier life. Just got off the phone with one of my sisters, for an example, and she's not 100% healthy, but she was honest enough to say to me, hey sis, I just feel so much different. My body, I used to could eat a lot of dairy. She was saying I used to could eat a lot of dairy, but now my stomach is so messed up. Now that I've started eating more vitamins and doing more healthy things, it tells me now. She was able to get the lingo, what I've been preaching to them for years. I said, no, your body will tell you when it needs to cleanse. My body will tell me the same. Just like I said, I was eating on that raw cucumber like it was the sweetest thing ever, like it was watermelon, and it was not. And I was in my mind, I'm going to show you how the mind works. I was wanting to say, oh, man, this thing ain't got no taste to it. Yes, I did. After all these years of me eating healthy food, I still was like, because, and then when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, that's because I've been eating cooked food. Now, cooked food is not the most alkaline and it's not the most healthiest way. It does cook out some of the vital nutrients and vitamins that you need in your body. I think I've said that years ago, and I've said it recently. No, that the ultimate, most healthiest way is most definitely to just eat your raw fruits and vegetations that you can chew. And if you cannot chew it and it's healthy and beneficial to you, then that means you do need to juice it or blend it. But your body needs it. And because we don't have all of the natural nutrients and all of the vital minerals that's in it due to the depletion intentionally done to denourish our soil, you do need good, healthy vitamins in your system, and herbs need to be last that you would take to top off if there's any ailment or any decrease in your immunity that you need. So herbs should not be first. I had to share the same thing with the Animize. Don't, because she was starting to get to a place where she's feeling like she was addicted to trying to get addicted to the herbs because it helped reverse her from having heart surgery. And I said, no, 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 no. And she was in a pleading mode. And I said, no, 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 Auntie. It's in your food. It's in what you do day by day. I don't want you to go broke or stress yourself out only focusing on herbs when you're supposed to be focusing on either fasting or what you are putting in your mouth daily that you do have access to. Because at some point, what I can foresee is that they're going to try to block us from even being able to produce that if you don't have your own organic form and herbs yourself. And at that time, come on, y'all, realistically, so we want to be able to send out and ship as much herbs for you all. So that's the reason why we're giving you the heads up now to do it now. You don't have to be a gardener. You don't have to. I had no skills whatsoever. Yes, I took some farming class and lessons, but wasn't able to fully complete it because of something that had happened that was really jacked up, that really messed up things for me. But I got the gist of what I needed to do to grow food. And so now I don't have my garden either. So I have to go to my colleagues and different ones to find farm fresh food too. And so I feel you all. I'm right there with you all. And I don't mind getting out there. If I have time to volunteer to help get my hands into whatever good minerals that we can get to help grow that food, because that's important. Because when you start to do the work, I don't care if it's just an hour in a week, you all need to be looking up ways that you can go and to participate, because it's a science, it's a biology behind it that makes you connect with the earth. It's no different from when you touch, when you touch your mate or your child or brother or sister, your friend that you care about, you get that hug, that same feeling you get where you are like you in a safe place. Like, oh man, I love my mama. Oh, I love you, niece, I love you. That same feeling that you feel, it's the same with your food. Instead, we're giving more energy. We're supposed to be, because we're the greatest of the beings, and we have more cells, more minerals in us, supposedly. We're supposed to be able to touch the food and do the same thing. Give life, give energy, give what they say, your spirit, which is energy. It's the same thing. It's a spiros. It flows throughout the body. And we also know it to naturally mean to be oxygen. Try not breathing for past 3 minutes and see how well you will be able to think straight, if not fall out or pass out. Try it. I think the record I've heard was maybe 5 minutes, and that's from an expert diver. Most people can't, meaning you're gone. That's it. So that being said, that's why this is so important, even with our air quality. We say, well, what do? We in a toxic place. We can't do this. We can't do it. We're not about water. We're not about no trees. We're not about this. Get a humidifier. I have one here. I'm around trees. I am. But I have an extra humidifier that I release lemon into the air, citric. This is the season for the citric and the lemon. You could do eucalyptic, melaleuca, which is tea tree. You can release anything that helps take and clear and purify the air. Now, that much you can find out on Google as well. There are certain things you can find out that's quite accurate. And so that's your spearmint. That is your lavender if you want to relax and calm yourself. Your valerian. They got all these different essential oils, which I will be giving back the number to that as well, because I do get some form of credit to where I'm able to share, give to those that are in need, our elderly that's on fixed income. What I do is that if I'm an independent associate to a company, just so you all know, which that will be coming up to this week, actually, I'm going to see if I can tune in on Friday, just for the record, around about the same time, to update you all with the STRU number there. And I will be putting it inside of the chat as well. So keep a lookout, you all, for chat, because it's just so much. When my brain get on this fleek right here, it just it just get to going. I don't know how it just gets going, and before I know it, I just skipped over a few things. And so, if there's any questions too while I'm doing this Wellness Wednesday, you all feel free, because I have the chat here now. I can see a lot more clear. I can see if there's any questions. Okay, I see. Got Tracy, Michelle, we got Danielle. Oh, hey, Dale. Okay, I haven't seen you in a while. Tracy, yes, niece. Got them. Yeah, I gotta get you in. I'm here for the song. I know, right? Yeah, that was change the foods, but my head didn't. It just popped in my head. Don't my mama? That's my mama. My mama didn't do that. And so that being said, I'm just really excited because there was a blockage, as you all know, and the adversary did not want me to be able to get to this place to where I could feel encouraged enough or have the strength to be able to keep pushing. I want to see other people alive. I want to see other people's children be well and healthy, or another mother's or another person's mother survive. I know that was the trick. I know that was part of the plan. But even for myself, what it did was it just showed me the heart that the Most High clearly gave me, that I didn't give to myself. And even I'm amazed. I'm not gonna lie. If y'all amazed, I'm amazed. Just note that. Just note that. I really have an out of body experience thinking about all of the different tests, all of the different trials, all of the different lies, all of the different truths, everything that's taken place in my life from between now and the last 2 years since 2021. And I'm like, golly, you made it through that, girlfriend. Yes, I made it through it. And so can you. And so this is the reason why I know that I have to share on Wellness Wednesday and how you all need to be well. So for now, those of you all that do not that's not working outside, get in the hour of the vitamin D sun. You know it's going to be gone in a minute for those of you all that's here. Now you're in Florida and Texas and other parts where you get a chance to get a little bit more extended sun, then I'll praise the Most High. Kudos to you. But some of you all still stay in, working on computers in the house. You need to get out, get at least an hour of that sun in on you. And if you can't get that, get to a sauna, not the red, not the UV red, but get into a sauna once the weather change, because that's important for melanated people in particularly. Caucasian people, you all can do different other type of things that, and most of the product lines and everything is set up around them in order to try to balance out their bodies is set for more of the colder weather. But I also have noticed more and more each day. I have noticed that even with Caucasian people, the same thing is they used to didn't get cold in the wintertime. You can see them walking out with shorts and everything. And it's not me picking on y'all. This is just what I have observed for myself. And now I see a lot of them saying, oh, I'm cold, I'm cold, I'm cold. And so I know they're in that box too with low vitamin D levels. Yeah, because they still have at least 4 to 5% of melanation, according to what I have researched and studied from other scientists and biologists, is that they still have a very small amount of melanin too. But for us to be doing that, it's because we are not eating blood nutritional foods such as our strawberries, which I know they have been tainted. Yes, but you got all your other berries. You got raspberries. Yes, I know. You still got to go with the flow of it, you all. We don't ask these questions when we are eating fast food. We don't ask these questions when you get a chance to eat grandma's chicken or auntie's chicken. You're not worried about how toxic things are then. So we cannot. Let's be fair to the fruits and the vegetations, because at least you can eliminate that without being constipated and causing yourself to have more adverse side effects and causing yourself to be more sickened. So if you're going to try something that's quote unquote not as so-called natural or not as organic as it needs to be, then it needs to be the fruits and the vegetations at the end of the day. If you are not around a halal person or a Jewish that practice Jewish customs, and Amish people that tend to have more respect for their clean other type of foods, yes, and that does mean, and yes, I do mean meats. And even then, you're still not supposed to be consuming it every day. Back in the day, in history times, what happened was that they only used it for feasting time. And so that's why you look back and you see most of them were in their quote unquote BMI, even though I know the BMI chart is all over the place now. That's neither here nor there with me now because of the homework that and the work that I've done with many of my clients around the world and all of the different shapes, sizes, and ethnic backgrounds and food and sicknesses and illnesses. I can't get myself stuck in that BMI box. I really can't. I really can't. It's unfair. It's unjust. Right now, we all have to be focused more so on whether or not you are healthy. If a test was done on you, an accurate one, let me say an accurate one, is that you're not coming back with high blood pressure. And you're not coming back saying that, oh, my glucose level is too high. That you're not coming back saying, okay, you got cancer, which what quote unquote was cancer. Okay, the body is toxic. That's what that means. You're not providing enough good nutrients for your bloodstream. For you're not getting enough oxygen into your body. That means go on a fast ASAP or down to at least one meal a day, and that one meal needs to consist 90% of fruits and vegetations. It's a mind thing, you all. This is what I've been prompted to share with you all. It's a mind thing. The mind is the great trickster. I learned that in a detoxification class, and it was a good saying to have. But if the body is not operating in the Mother May, and let me break down Mother May for you again. Mother May is MAE. It's not my grandmother's name because we called her Willie Mae, or the month. Mastication, absorption, and elimination, then that means that you are not eating in a healthy, natural way to be able to make sure that your body is healthy. Meaning, if you cannot chew it properly until liquid form and until saliva comes into the body and break it down into fluid. You all, some have heard me state this before. And if you are not able to take and swallow it without it going down too slowly in the voice, like thick clunk yeasty filled bread does. If you're not able to feel that going slowly down into the system, meaning penetrating, which another problem is a lot of us eat too fast. You wait till the last minute to eat. You at work, you're trying to drop it down something within 15. That means don't eat. That means get something to drink. And you need to start swishing in order to get those muscles going, cells to penetrate. And think about your food. Don't just gobble it down. Think about what you're eating. Be thankful. That's supposed to be a ceremony, you all. Every day, because you're doing something to nourish your body. Think about it. When you get cut, don't you go grab a bandage? You take your time out to open up that little tab off of that bandage because you want to make sure it don't stick together and so they can stop the bleeding, right? Or because you don't want that scar to show. Well, just like you take out your time to band-aid up a scar or to stop a bleeding, or you go and get your little cotton ball and try to dap around there to make sure that that wound, that little cut is healed and it's protected and it's not getting more infection. The same thing that we're supposed to be doing when it comes down to the internal wounds and toxicity that's laying dormant in our large and small intestines that's causing us to be sick. So my main question, I had to say that because that's something that was on my mind. Why not the UV ray, red sun? Because that does not agree with our DNA at all. It does not. It can cause. It's like a form of radiation. Tracy, it's like a form of radiation, and it can cause and deactivate a whole lot of other issues and problems within the body. That's why. So we don't need to do that. And then even when you do, you shouldn't be in the sauna for no more than about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It helps opens up the pores to help the body to sweat out toxins and from chemicals and foods and the pollution in the air. And so there's just another quick natural way to not 100% natural, because the most 100% natural way to detoxify the body is to get into the sun and allow those sweat glands to open up, and you detoxify the body that way. Notice our bodies is 70-80% of fluids. And so it's no different than when you're talking about being in a body of water. You're not going to jump into a swimming pool and you see trash all in it, or you see that people got fecal matter in there and they done urinated there. You're not going to jump in that water. But it's the same way for when we're that's inside of our large intestines. That's exactly what's happening when we throw all forms of trash in it, and then when it's time for it to drain, when it's time for it to sweat out, with all these millions of open pores, then that's why a lot of us get odors. You know yourself based off of the odor that comes from you. And yes, it is true. People used to. You're very welcome. There's no problem, Auntie. I'm so glad you was able to tune in. Um, um, it's no different from others. that have that have taken it that have taken on themselves to get real frustrated about the fact that, oh, okay, well, I smell. Well, think about it. If you don't smell anything, you don't know to change anything. It's no different from changing a baby. How do you know the baby need change if the pamper's not sagging? You know it's because the smell. Like, oh, something smells horrible. Well, that's how you know to change it. See, we just get lazy. Let's just say let's just call it what it is. We get lazy and we don't want to flush. That's a sign that you need to get your fruits into your system, that you need to get some H3O and some H2O in your system to flush out that system. And if you're constipated, which I want to give a shout out to my cousin, Shanta, she has tried her colon purifier, y'all. And the girl took it up on herself. She did her thing. This is a colon purifier. You get 2 bags of these for $40. This is like a 22-day amount, because that's the 21 days that you need in order to be able to see your first good results of losing weight. She said she just wanted to lose 15 pounds and she was constipated, and she gave me the report for a few days ago and said she did 2 scoops in her water, and in some cases she did the tea. Now, I didn't recommend the tea part, but that's what she said she did, and she's been having a good elimination. She said she didn't know all that was in her, and so I think she's gonna wind up losing more than 15 pounds, especially in that gut area. So these work, you all. I've been working with my clients. I even had help with this helped my daughter. This is the same product that also helped my daughter that transitioned years ago when she was younger, because she wouldn't chew her food up properly. She just wouldn't her. There was a gapping up into her mouth where her teeth was curled to where she could not chew her food properly. And a lot of people couldn't see it, but I knew that it was there. And so she would swallow a lot of her food whole if you didn't puree it or make sure that it was soft. And it caused her gut to just protrude out. Well, it was this very product, this very purifier that I gave to her. I just put 1 spoon for her. I only did 1 spoon a day. In at the time, it was organic oats because she wouldn't eat anything else, and she surely wouldn't drink nothing thick. And so I had to get it in once a day for her, and then the rest I gave her fruits and vegetations. And rest assured, her colon cleanse. She went from bent over a little bit at the age of 9 or 10 to standing upright. And it even stopped her from saliving, from the saliva from coming out, because it was absorbing. Was absorbing all of the excess amount of mucus and toxicity, and it was just sweeping through that colon. It was sweeping, and she had massive elimination. And you would have never had known that all that was in her because she was so small. She was no more than about 80 pounds at the time, only about 4 feet. 80 pounds, about 4 feet. 4 feet. So you wouldn't know, but in a way you did, because you saw that the belly was protruding. And I took some as well. And I was like, oh, okay, this is it. So it cleanses the skin. And so she knows, and I knew that she did it because I didn't tell her certain signs to look for. I know to listen for when you all call in. So just know that you're not dealing with a rookie here when it comes down to noticing if whether or not you guys are taking your product or not. I know it based off of the results that you say that you're having, if whether or not you have applied it properly. And so you apply that properly, where you take it once a day or 3 times a day. You are going. It's certain signs that you're going to be able to call in and tell me and say, "Hey, I noticed I did this, I did that, and this is what happened." And I'm doing that on purpose so I can test to see how many take it, because it's a couple of things that I will be able to notice that you will experience, no matter what your situation is, no matter what your health concerns is, that you will experience when taking that product. And that's how I will know. And automatically you're going to experience having that good bowel movement that's not runny diarrhea bowel movement at all. It's going to be a normal one, because it gels up within the colon, and it allows, that's what causes you to be able to have a normal bowel movement instead of it turning out to be diarrhea. And so I'm really excited about that. And for those of you all that want to get a head start before they release out this, which I believe it already have been within the air. Now that's my belief in what I've seen. I have to sit down and talk to some of my other colleagues that's into the pollution of the air. But I believe it has been verified already that they've already started with the releasing of different toxic things and viruses, in which they've been doing that every day anyway. But even more so when we're approaching fall and winter. And so therefore, when you get a head start, I recommend a month head start with cleansing the colon, you all. For those of you all that have not been eating properly, get started now. The cleansing the colon and replenishing the body with the antioxidants from your fruits and your vegetations. The vegetation will help cleanse and sweep too. All the trash that you've eaten this summer. I know what you did last summer, and I know what you're doing this summer. At least most of us. Most of us have fallen off. I fell off a little bit. Yeah, yes, I demonstrate. Yes, I'm confess. I'm gonna tell the truth and stay alive. I have fell off some, not of, not on no pork and meat and stuff like that, but off of just trying different little so-called vegan things and all healthy treats that turned out to be a bunch of nothing. Had me feeling all woozed up in the head, like, oh my God, what was that? And so when that happens, you have to discipline yourself. And I know discipline, let me find another word. You have to love yourself enough. Like I used to say all the time, you all have to learn how to fall in love with feeling good. I can't come before you all smiling with a smile on my face with everything that I've gone through in life if it's not something that's causing me to feel good. And I can promise you, I don't smoke weed. I can promise you that I do not got no other little meds. Man, I ain't got no happy pill or nothing. Fruits and vegetables, you all. Good affirmations, prayer, focusing on good things, reading good things, all the things. Because if I had to focus on all of the negative and then turn right around and wind up going out to the fast food joint too and jacking up my system, yeah, I said jacking up my system. Oh, I wouldn't be able to do this. Y'all know I would look, Tracy, y'all, I would not be able to do this. Hey, Danielle, is that something you need to prepare to stay home for if you consume it? Nope, not at all, sister. Nope, nope. It gives you your normal time. This is the only reason why I love it and I promote this one, this colon purifier. That's that's why it's been such a really great one, of the top notch out of them all. And believe you me, when I say I've searched high and low, because as you can tell, I'm sure I'm sure you can tell. Then yeah, I'm one that hey, I'm real particular about if I got to run back and forth to the restrooms or something. Only thing that I expect to run back and forth to the restaurant is if I'm eating a bunch of melons and drinking more than one cup of tea a day. Other than that, no, no. I cannot promote it if it threw off your bowel movement to where you would have to do like Martin say, or who's that Sandbag is say on his little stand-up comedian, grab your behind and run. No, we're not gonna do that. We not. Mm-mm. So this one, it gels up with inside of the colon. As a matter of fact, you'll be able to see. You can do a little test where you put it up and thing, and it'll gel up. It's kind of like a grit, and see, and that's so that it can absorb any of the meds, toxicity, meat, yeast, all of that stuff that's stuck and clumped inside of your intestines, inside of that large intestine, and in some of you all cases inside of the colon, because there's a blockage there and it sweeps, it gets heavy, and you want to consume as much as a pure spring or unfiltered or organic fruit. You can juice it because there is some that I do know there are some that are experimenting with it. Even though you don't have to do that, just pure water. Add a scoop or two to pure water, depending on how much you need to eliminate. For those who just like myself, you're small frame, you don't have much, you don't have big gut. I say one scoop a day would do. But if you notice that you have about a good extra 5 or 10 or 20, you able to grab a whole handful there of that body fat around that belly, and you want to eliminate that, or you have not had about you don't use the restroom every day. Every time you eat, you do not have an elimination, meaning you are severely constipated if you're going every other day. And here it is, you're eating every day. Then that means you need to add 2 to 3 scoops a day. That's what needs to be done. Now, on the back of it, you'll see it usually recommend just 1 tablespoon. But once again, I stated that before, you need to increase if that be the case, and you know you have a lot of gut that you want to eliminate, and it's going to surprise you. It happens so quick. You turn around, you look back. Don't be afraid to look at what's inside of you. You weren't afraid to look at it when you saw them right there when you was putting it in your mouth. Look and see what come out of you. You know what's going in you. Look and see what's coming out of you. And that's something that I teach on my one-on-one consultations. No, y'all, we got to get past that point. We got to get past that point. I don't know anyone that like to wipe and don't want to see what you wipe, so that you'll know what's in you, what's coming out. How else would you know whether or not you're sick? How else would you know whether or not you have parasites if you don't look? And now I'm not saying that specifically to you all, but this is just in general for those who will tune in, that's tuning in now. Hey, Don! That's my long time friend girl. Oh my God. Oh, my bestie from elementary school, y'all, from what, second grade, Donisha? Well, look, we were so close. I was gonna name my third daughter after her, Donisha, but we went with Deja instead. We was just talking about you. It's like, but and she wound up having my daughter wound up having a best friend named Donisha. Go figure. And they look and act alike. It's crazy how life goes. Now that's 23 years later. Um, but yes, and yeah, y'all gonna see me. I get all choked up when I see. Come on, y'all. I'm 48 years young, and to see your grade school friends tune in on you, now that's a beautiful thing. And Clara, Roberta, all of them are tuned in. I have quite a bit of them. Tasha, we have so many of them that has tuned in. Or David has too, Donisha. So send my love to the family, and I pray you're doing well. Call in for a consultation if you need it. You know I got you. All right. And so that being said, you all, the colon purifier, yes, it does not cause you to have diarrhea at all. I'm sure after the hundredth of people that we have had that have distributed, practically my whole family has gone through it. They would, it would have got back to me, and all of them are in some form of constipation at that time, and no one has stated that it caused them to have diarrhea. And you know our people, we don't hesitate to let you know if whether or not something works or not. I just know I wouldn't. And so no, you don't have to worry about that at all. Any other questions that we have? How you been doing, Brother Robert? Hey, let me know how you been doing. How you been doing? We've been missing you, bro. I pray all is well with you and the family. If you're still tuned in, that's my shot town, bro. We be look, he's ahead of back for sure, for show, because that's just the way it is. And so that's what I want to do. As for the moringa, I've been asked about the moringa. We still have this 20. It's only 20 a pack. Um, the moringa is one of my best herbs that I love because how much it purifies anything that you put it in, and then I like how light it makes me feel. The mental clarity that comes when you automatically get more mental clarity when you're detoxing the body and cleansing it. But this takes it to a whole another level, and I don't know who's calling. I wonder why people call me when I'm on. I guess because they don't know more. Okay. And so that right there, that's man, this is the golden. This is like uh, uh, the golden grail for me for herbs. One of them. Is so many out there, but this is one for me. And this one, you all would see that I promote the moringa because it is one that helped me to help bring my children's godfather some years ago out of a coma. It's the only thing that I had. I had a granulated powder form of the moringa that I had to slip to him. His two brothers came to me. I told the story once before. Um, and he was like, Felicia, they was like, Felicia, and we believe in what you do. Can you please? He told us if something happens to him to give you a call. Um, and it did. And here he was in a coma for 2 weeks. Almost pronounced brain dead. This right here is what I use for his feeding. Of course, I did apply prayer, and I did apply some essential oils, frankincense, peppermint, and lavender. But that is the only thing that he would have had in his system that would have helped reboot it in its entirety. They were ready to pull the plug the next day. On one of my old Facebook pages, I posted up the picture of them. All my family and friends, everybody knew about it. And that was about 7 years, 8 years ago. And if he had been 100% in my care, and I would have been his power of attorney over him medically, he would be running around here like Superman to this day. But he was not. However, few more years was added on his life, even though his condition was really bad. They did not expect for him to come out. They were going to pull the plug on March 6th on his birthday. And I just, I knew better. And so the moringa is near and dear to close to my heart just because of that one thing all by itself, which was miraculous. And then even for myself, I noticed the privilege, how I wasn't hungry really much at all. But my first week of taking 1 tablespoon of it, and a lot of people like to steep it and put tea. Yes, Auntie Janice, I don't know if she's tuned in. Maybe she'll tune in later. My great Auntie Janice just called me today about it. Can I make it a tea? Yes, you can make it out of a tea. Me personally, I don't. I like eating my herbs raw. Why do I need to steep it? Look, I need that to help flush through my system for all of the toxicity that's in there. So I take it and I sprinkle it in my smoothie, or I'll take it and I'll put it inside of a salad and I eat it because it's so light based. You don't have to really worry. It's not stringy. Don't really get all caught up in it, and I can tell the difference. I just like taking it in the raw. I didn't want to steep it, but you can on the back. It shows where you're able to put it in boiling water for 5 to 7 minutes. One tablespoon of it in there. You can put it inside of your steeper if you got a tea steeper. If you don't, then here we go again, y'all. I'm always looking for that steeper and never see that steeper. And I try to keep one in my desk, but if not, you can get a little strainer. Let me show you my little gadget here. It's a little old one, but it's nice. And actually, it's not old. It's just that it's ceramic. I like the crystal smoothness that comes from out of a ceramic because it's like a mug. How it crystallizes, the ceramic crystallizes you drink when you're versus glass. Crystal does it too, but something about the ceramic, which I do believe that it's the crystallization of all. This is the steeper. I just put 1 tablespoon of it in here and I set in there and see how it turn right there, and then I put it inside the hot water. But like I said, I don't usually do it, and I just put it over and I let it sit for about 10 minutes. You can add a little bit of honey, raw honey, if you like. You just have to have some sweet. But of course, when you're dealing with herbs and that's not sweet herbs, it's best to take it plain. It is best. You get your most benefits out of plain. But if you're a sweet head like I used to be, then yeah, you may wind up having to add a little honey in there. You can put a little lemon. It is one of those herbs that you can mix with other natural fruits and other herbs, and so it's friendly like that. Let me put it to like that, and it helps with hair loss. It helps with reducing inflammation, ulcers, fibroids, turmerics. It is good to even just try it, even if you want to take it once out the week for preventive measures. I highly recommend that for our people. Hey there, Pastor Solomon, Dr. Weller. Yeah, so we got Dr. Weller in the house. He's another living testimony about the moringa. I wish I could get you to come on to Facebook Live and I could show him to you until I learn how to do it on there. He's another one, diabetic. He has a testimony. He has a nurse to come out. Is it okay that I say that? I'm glitching, Dr. Butler. So you may have to come in and come on to my Facebook Live if you can hear me. Come on to the YouTube channel. Dr. Chef Felicia and Wellness Channel. That is your best bet, and it's free. And so he tuned in. I did okay. There we go. I got you back. You got to get to my YouTube channel, Dr. Butler, Dr. Chef Felicia and Wellness Channel. If you can come in on there and you want to print out the testimony, then please feel free. Long time, excellent friend. Did the podcast with them. The one that I shared with you guys a few weeks back, or maybe it was the beginning of last month. I didn't get a chance to post it on here how well it went, but we were talking about originally who we are as men and women, and a whole lot of other things along with healthy things. So he has his own channel as well, and doing some paramount picture things. And so the Most High is just, God has just been blessing this. Hey, Lisa Knotts, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. And so that's something that I just been excited about. But he's a living testimony. He said it works. He said his test results are coming back so well. He's doing good. His nurses are telling him keep doing what you're doing, and that's because of the moringa. The moringa for diabetes, you all. It helps to reduce inflammation. Let me go back over because a lot of people don't know about it. It increased mental clarity, antioxidants, Normalized blood sugar. So for all the diabetics, that's what my auntie Janice called about too, because I shared some with her when we went out for my cousin's funeral a couple of weeks ago. And anti-inflammatory, it stimulates hair growth. So as you keep taking it, that's why you'll see some of them have moringa grounded into certain little hair products. Believe it or not, you all, to stimulate. But it's best to take it into the bloodstream so that as you see, hair grows out. So take it in versus so they can penetrate throughout the bloodstream to provide growth or to help with skin. I get compliments all the time about my skin. Oh, you got pretty skin. You got skin. Which, by the way, drum roll, coming out with a all natural, non-GMO skincare product as well because it's necessary. No, I do not wear makeup. I do not wear makeup, y'all. I have tried the little vegan little mascara before. Yes, I have. I tried it. I let them talk me into it for a photo shoot to do the little lashes things. Oh, I was so mad. I was so mad at it because it took off two of my eyelashes, y'all. I said the devil is a lie. I am not wearing caterpillars ever again. No, y'all can keep that. Y'all women can keep that. I do not care about it. I said y'all can keep that. I even made them get rid of the braces because it started giving me a little slight headache. And even though they claimed that it wasn't metal, I said, well, you got nickel or you got something up in here. I need to take them off. If they don't get straight, then they just not going to go straight. Give me the Invisalign. Give me something else. But do not give me no artificial stuff that's going to cause my body to have to deal with side effects of pain that's unnecessary. Come on now, y'all. We got other ways to get naturally beautiful. And like I tell my daughters, you all have seen some of them, and I'm gonna get back to the benefits. It's it doesn't matter how pretty you are on the outside. What matters not as much. That's not going to last forever, ever, ever, ever. What matters is that you have a pretty heart, that you have a good soul, and let that exuberate out in your beauty. I've seen some people that are, and I'm saying this from an artistic standpoint, you all, because I draw and paint and all that stuff, and love doing things in my hand and the creativity. I love beauty like most of us do. At the end of the day, nothing is more beautiful than a beautiful soul, than a kind heart, than a good spirit. That's the reason why we get so upset when we get mad and we see somebody angry. You like, I don't want to be around them. They got an attitude today. You're not thinking about how pretty they are then. You're not thinking about how handsome they are then if their attitude ain't right. Because the spirit matters, the energy matters. So I'm saying that to say that no, take that, stop with all that fake stuff, y'all. Stop. Yeah, you don't have to have it every day in your life. It's toxic to you. And now and then, yeah, no big harm done. But for me, I got to. Even braids was driving me crazy. And I said, okay, I'll do this for a little bit, but if my own hair is not in there, I'm going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for that too. I'm like, okay, it's time. It's time. And I got to rinse a lot of water, rinsing and purifying. I got to keep washing and purifying. So, y'all, we just got to get with the natural program. Whatever happened to the days when we were happy with just being thankful that you woke up and you had hands that could work, that you woke up and you could see. You wake up and you could hear. You wake up and see that your whole face isn't broken out. It's just so much we take for granted now. Now that we have all these artificial fake things, and that's what I'm more concerned about than anything, is that we learn how to be more authentic and be more thankful and more appreciative for the natural beauty that God has placed within us. Yeah, so I had to share that. Hey there, FDA. I haven't seen that. I don't know the name. I don't know who you are, but greetings and thanks for tuning in. And so back to the benefits of the moringa. Appetite suppressor. A lot of y'all, I get hungry. It's an appetite suppressor, y'all. For those of y'all who have addictive natures through sugar, alcoholism, all of these other issues that comes to throw off your cells, that cause your body to ask for toxic things. The moringa, $20 a pack. You can't order online. You can't do express. Add into your shipping and handling fee with it. 1 tablespoon in hot water. You can steep it just like I just showed beforehand, because there's others that's tuning in. I used a little steeper. I didn't particularly like the color. I didn't. Yes, I did want to get a little bougie, but I said no. It's more about my health, me getting the benefits of it. And they do have the little ball, little steepers that you can just throw inside of your thing. If you go to any major grocery store, they have them. Just go look into the section where you buy your spoons, forks, and I have to say that because we have young people that tune in sometimes, and they think that everything got to be bought on Amazon, everything got to be bought online. No, you can go into your local grocery store or Walmart and go ask somebody to take you down the T aisle, and you can find little steepers, or you can find like what I have, the little drainers. Hey, I got my book. I got my book, sister. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that gift. That was so beautiful. That's so thoughtful and so beautiful. I did get my book, so I'm so glad you got a chance to tune in. And no, I haven't got a chance to go through and read it. And yes, it is inspiring me to hear it come out with my next cookbook. But just newsflash, you all, my next cookbook is going to most definitely feature a lot of raw smoothies and raw foods, because that's so critical and important. Now that we see that the adversary is set up now to where they're really trying their best they're doing their best. They're doing their best to make sure that most of us is off this planet. And I mean, down from what you talking about, 13 billion people or 3 billion, they keep changing the number down to only 1 million people. It's obvious that the adversary is not playing. This is the reason why I don't call it a pandemic. I call it a pandemonic, a pandemonic awareness month. Because this month we were supposed to be aware each month, each year since this has happened. We were supposed to be aware way before then. But we understand everybody, all of us don't necessarily have the ability to foresee these type of things, especially when you're working in this field. And so I understand that we just know that we're obligated to be the messenger. And no, we don't want you all to, as they say, kill the messenger. No, listen to the messenger. Warning comes before destruction. I can't say how many times I have told different loved ones and different ones and warned them about certain conditions. And so now I'm almost sad to say, but it's still good for my heart, so that I don't transition out of here from a heart attack. That I warned, and that I have shared information with, that's no longer here. And I'm just thankful that when I got a chance to go out there to Charlotte this past time, I had a cousin say, I believe my mom would have been alive if she had just been right there with you. If she had been, what he was trying to say, if she had been in this environment with you, she would have been alive. She could have stayed alive. And I felt some type of way, but he understood because his mother was first cousin with my mother, and they were very, very close. So I could say certain things to him, not as a naturopath, but he understand that I wouldn't have meant any harm. And I said, I understand. I felt the same about my mother. And I'm like, okay. But the main important thing is when you get the knowledge that you share it. That's the main important thing. That's the reason why we say like and share to those who maybe they're tired of hearing your voice. I even have some that's been tired of hearing mine, but now here it is 10, 15 years later. They coming back around now. They go, you know what? You were right. I say, no, God is right. Nature is right. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger. I am just one that is aware and that loves and care enough to share it, even if you're making fun of me, even if you're saying, "Oh, she too skinny. Oh, she did. Oh, she did." I'm like, what? Look, no. Look, how about, ooh, she alive? Ooh, she healthy. Ooh, she well. That's all I hear now. In the beginning, when I first started, I was like most of you all. I was like, oh my God, really? We gonna just eat vegetables today? Oh Lord, that's all we got is salad. I was calling this not food either, even though in my internal, in my conscious mind, I was like, nah, this is something about this is more pure. Something about this makes me feel so much better. And I didn't like greens because I'm like, I can't eat greens because it's just gonna make me go to the restroom. Not understanding that this is used to cleanse the body, which we are usually supposed to have cleanse the body with use greens to sweep through the gut, just like this colon purifier. But since most of us won't take out the time to eat enough greens, well, we want to have more meat and we want to have more cakes, more other things, then something that helps cleanse the colon or to purify the colon. This is your natural substitute for those who say, I don't have time to cook, or for those who have busy lives, is the colon purifier. 2 scoops a day. You got more than 10 pounds of gut that you want to get rid of. You want that skin purified. You want to feel better. You want to help alleviate from fibroids, pain, inflammation. All of them have a lot of the same benefits, some just a little bit more than others, and some a little bit more versatile. This you can only put in water or in your tea, but the moringa, you can take this, you can steep it as a tea, 1 tablespoon a day. You could steep it in the tea, or either you can sprinkle it over salad. You can put it in the soup. Oh, you can put it in your veggie pasta, whatever it is that you're doing. But I recommend it in water or in a smoothie. That's what I recommend. Um, because that way it's done, it's out the way, and try to take it around about the same time each day if you have that type of schedule. If not, just getting it in the system is going to help promote good health for you. And then my other my other announcement is that yes, for those of y'all, since more and more soon in, I am going to be having my own vitamins, vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, all that. I'm going to have my own brand out this month. So yes, you can place your orders in advance if you call in or via text to the 618-388-8100 number. Give me at least 24 to 48 hours to return the call. It is me for now that is responding to everyone, okay? And so don't think for one second. So yes, you can say, hey, Dr. Shell, hey, Sister Felicia, and you can say that on there. You can leave a voicemail. It's not full on there. If you have my 314-705-6264 number, notice I didn't put that one in there, then that's my direct line to me, access to me. However, you can possibly get caught up in the rubbish there. I may not be able to answer there, and for some reason they will not declutter my voicemail, so I have to go technically and go into the place to get that taken care of. I don't know why. And so your best way of letting me know what products you want, what you're going to need. Yes, for those who ordered this week in advance, you will be able to get yours back within a week. It was rough the first month trying to get out orders and everything in enough time, but I made it through the process, and I appreciate you all's support. Hey, Sister Cherry! That was my mama Cherry. That woman is a prayer warrior, the sweetest thing ever. So a force to be reckoned with when it comes down to tender love and care. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and so that would not be and your book. I didn't forget your book. I'm just making it back in town, Mama Cherry. I'm just making it back in town. And so therefore, yes, we will have a whole line, and I'm working on a whole bundle package deal for you all, because that's what you're going to need. Some of you all already have it. I do encourage you all, if you got family members, loved ones that you like to try and you want to support them, then that's the best way to do that, especially with the holidays coming up around. Give them a healthy wellness Dr. Chef basket. Give them that. And so where they have everything that they need of the best, finest qualities of vitamins and herbs that they need. And you can even offer them a consultation on top of it. And so for everyone that gets ready to order in for their vitamins and for their herbs and for your moringa and for your colon purifier, you automatically get free consultations, okay? So just note that I'm not charging anyone that is purchasing products for a consultation. That's separate. If you just want a consultation, I do offer free consultation, 10 to 15 minute free consults, but you have to call in to that 618-388-8100 number to give me at least 2 to 3 days that you are available and time slots, because it can get crazy, y'all, and it's best to catch me now. Don't wait till October and November. I used to say this all the time. Don't wait till October and November, because everybody and their mama's going to be calling. Yes, I am going to get some help. Yes, I am. Yes, I will. Between now, I got some now, but I'm trying to allow them to do their work and do the things that they need to do too. But come October and November, this is when the flu season starts to rise, immune system drops, sun drops, vitamin D drops. Everybody and their mama will be calling, and the only ones that's going to get a chance to get through as fast will be those who are persistent, who's constant. Like I got a client now, I've had her for the past 5 years or so now, and she has a family. She's the one in her family that loves to try to help everybody out. And so that woman, I gotta give it to her. She be on it. I mean, I ain't gonna call her name out because I don't want to embarrass because I got more than one. But she's the most persistent. And I promise you, she be on the ground. I said, one thing I cannot say is that, woman, you love your family. I mean, she will call me 4 to 5 times off the day if she have to. She took it serious when I say blow me up. She blow me up, and she gets through because I'm like, wow, this wow. If persist, and I've been, and yes, I am one. Look, that's how I got caught up in marriage. I had to get, I'm one. Yeah, you gotta chase. Yeah, you gotta chase. So if you ain't got no similar chase, hang it up. Stop, stop while you can. Because that's just how, thankfully, God has me busy enough to ride. Unfortunately, some of y'all got time for a whole lot of things. I just don't. I have to schedule everything in too, and when I do take a moose because that's a healthy thing to do, I'm like, wow, I'm still thinking about what all I have to do or feel like I missed out on something. And I know some of you all can relate because you all have busy, some of you all have very busy lives too, or maybe the go-to person in your family. And I'm telling you from experience, learn how to take a musa. And yes, I do believe that taking a little bit of break to get away, it did help out a lot. It did help me out. Because it's been since December, since my DC trip, that I've gotten a chance to get away from my town. I did make a short, brief one there at Bishop Franklin's church, January 7th, but that was just for 2 days, and it was just an hour and a half away, and it wasn't a vacation at all. And things just went down slope from there. And so I was like, oh Lord, I said, how am I going to make it through this time? And so, bottom line is, through the whole process of everything that I was encountering in my life that was unhealthy, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, I was still thinking about you all and thinking, now, what can I do to get this colon purifier into these people's hands? What can I do to get this moringa into people's hands? What can I do to get my vitamins up and going and chain and command? I wasn't worried about what everybody else was doing. I was thinking about the goals, the mission, what God had for me to do, and at the same time be able to be here for my family. And so God bless. There is a blessing in us learning how to just listen to that quiet voice, even in the midst of what is stressful to most people. And I don't believe that he leaves you hanging when you have a heart for someone else outside of yourself. I'm afraid to be around people that only talk about themselves because I know what that breeds. It breeds a lot of narcissism. It breeds a lot of selfishness. It breeds a lot of arrogancy. That's not a healthy, not confidence. There's a difference between having being arrogant and confident. I'm confident in the things that I've tried and that's been made and shown and proven to be true. I'm confident in being happy because, hey, I like being happy. I like feeling my muscles and my jaws, having cheekbones, to be able to smile. I like it. I'm confident in that smile. So that's how some of you all gotta get. You guys sometimes just go in the mirror. Sometimes this is a health thing. I told you I want to be different from everybody else. Look, go in the mirror sometimes, even when you're having a bad day, and just smile. Just do that fake smile and just watch yourself crack up and look, you just don't know how happy that's gonna make your sales. It's simple things that you can do, y'all, outside of sitting there stressing. It's enough stress in this world today to kill and take out anybody. Did you hear how I expressed it? It's enough stress in this world today to kill and take out anybody. So why you need to be embracing that? No, you cannot. I told yourself, set a time that just set a set time for yourself that you're going to allow yourself to throw your little pity party. But let that be that one little time. Get away from everybody and go into your corner and boo, cry, cut a fit, act a fool, do whatever you want to do. Hit the bell, punch the bag, do whatever you got to do. Get it out. Go and get back in the grind. Get back to doing what you've been purposed here to do. If you don't know what to do, then it's time to give me a call. I'm a life coach as well. Yes. And this is the reason why I know that I've been tried and tested to the max, because look, if I'm not tested, then, and if I haven't overcome, then how can I tell you that you can? You hear people say that all the time. It's true. It becomes even more true when you go through it. Keyword, go through. You didn't stop and decide, okay, I'm just going to kill myself because life didn't work out well. Oh, because I didn't lose 10 pounds, I'm just going to take myself out of here. Oh, because I still look, my diabetes level is out. Oh, my high blood pressure. You didn't kill yourself. You got too much other things to do. God placed all of us here for a purpose. And until you learn what that purpose is, you do not have the right to take yourself out of here by eating yourself to death with McDevils, Murder King, White Casket, or Taco Hell, or Dumb You Knows. Can I keep going on and on? No, you don't have the right to do that. You are hearing it from me, Dr. Chef, on this Wellness Wednesday. You do not have the right to do that. The moment you think that you have the right to do that, give me a call at 618-388-8100, and I can promise you I can give you 100 reasons why you don't have the right to do that. I promise you I will convince you in your mind why you don't have the right to take yourself out of here like that. See, but most ain't gonna call because some of us don't want to be talked out of doing something that's. I know I've dealt with suicidal minded people all my life. Didn't even know I was dealing with it. Started at 12. Didn't even know. I didn't find out what that mentality was, and probably I didn't fully understand it. I don't think until I probably got into my 20s. Because I've always thought about the work that has to be done, all the things that we have to do. I've always thought about, well, love casts out all fears. I always thought about, well, everybody just needs to feel love, and that this can conquer all. I was actually in that mindset for a long time until I started to realize that, yes, it took me some years, but I started putting two and two together. Yes, you have to be willing to receive love too, even if it's not your love language. Even if you've never been treated like that before, even if someone never offered you some fruit before, even if someone never asked you how your day is going, even if someone never has said, well, I think you're a wonderful person. These are healthy thoughts for the mind. And if you're not around that, then that means you need to get around that. You need to find it. You are on the computer. We're on laptops today. Look, you can Google stuff like that now. You can put that into your search bar. Good affirmation, people that support one another, and some of everything will pop up. Positive support for single Black men, positive support for single Black women, positive support and successful minded people, healthy choices, healthy people and habits and groups. All the different type of stuff will pop up. It's all about what you allow yourself to have. But I realized that when our people are unhealthy, we're not able to do that. We're not able to even think straight, to even think to ask when we're in trouble or when we're stressing out. What can I do to be able to help me get through this hard time? What can I do to help me to be able to get through this this crave or this this contagious feeling that I'm feeling? A lot of y'all don't realize that even once. One major thing that I have to talk to my young people a lot about, and some of the older ones too, is, and especially our women that's going through menopause. Man, you pause is what I call it. Remember, a woman is one man. We have both. We have the X and the Y chromosome. So we are one man. That's why I'm real confused about how we holler that we want to be a man when you are one man already. I mean, like, you want to be a whole man? No, you want to be a whole man because you don't want to, because none of us want a whole man responsibilities. Come on, let's be realistic. Come on now. None of us really want everybody to fully rely on you and for everything to be pointed right back to you when stuff don't go right. None of us want to be that. So one man, for us women that's going through menopause, that's how I don't know what to do with my hormones. Detox, cleanse, purify the body. Purify that gut, that large intestine that stretches out to almost 20 feet long. Purify the gut. Get your moringa. Any herbs you got. It don't have to be this. Get the cleansing. Get get to cleansing your gut, and I promise you, your hormonal balance, your pH balance will be back balanced. You won't have to worry about feeling like you need to sleep with, and yes, I am going to say it, Tom, Dick, and Harry. You won't have to worry about going out there on a hunt like a cat in heat, or having all of this attitude just because somebody say that you look nice today and you think that they want you. You don't have to worry about, well, running and ripping and running, going running. I know, I've been there. As far as the running, not as far as wanting to be with Tom, Dick, and Harry, but as far as feeling unbalanced, uncomfortable. And I wasn't even going through menopause. It was just that the food that I was eating, the amount of artificial sugar, was feeding the parasites in me. It was feeding that gut. It was causing candida. And I was just blessed to where I didn't have to smell that. And so, sisters, it's summertime. Yes, I know the yoni cleanse is on the rise. Yes, I got to go there because these are questions that's constantly flowing in. The yoni cleanse is on the rise, and all these different perfumes and natural stuff is on the rise. Y'all, stop it. Yeah, y'all had it. Like, share, like to share. Stop it. It's unnatural. I said it. It's unnatural. Temporary fix. It's no different from spraying perfume on yourself that's going to wear out in a day or so, or probably in a few hours. Stopping you all. Nothing is supposed to go up there, ladies. Nothing. Pure water is what you eat and take in that's going to determine how you smell. And I've said this before, and I have to say it with much confidence and much assurance because I can speak for the women in this department. You're only getting a sense because of what you are eating. And in some cases, your partner, if your partner has an odor and is eating all different types of food, he needs to be cleansed too. He needs to detoxify 21 days, 21 days, 21 days. I'm not even going to put you at 30, 21 days. He needs to get herbs in the system and cleanse it. So the herbs that I've come out with in my vein, it's going to be straight to the point. It's not going to be 100 different type of herbs. It's going to be the main ones that the body needs in order to be able to promote healthy cleansing and renourishment of the body, from the minerals, everything from your sea moss, everything that you need. And I'm going to set it right there. If you say, well, I'm good in this area, but my vitamin C level is low, I'm not getting in my 5,000 millimeters of my vitamin C, then we're going to stick with your vitamin C. We will break it up, but it will not be any more excuses, is what I'm trying to say, for us to learn how to do better by our bodies. Back to the men. Men carry odor too. Armpits, in most cases. Armpits. That's an indicator that you are toxic. Asparagus is not a friend to yours. That is a green that we don't necessarily have to have. I call the asparagus the bougie green bean. Asparagus is considered the bougie green bean. It's the queen. It's the king of the green bean. And it smells horrible. It does not do good on the gut at all. It smells horrible. I've tried it. The nice little crunch. It looks all in, we see that as the bushwhacks of the bushwhacks green bean. It's got the little tree trunk on it. It looks all beautiful. We get it at the little nice little restaurants. And you just chewing on your little asparagus, and it's just messing up and stinking up your whole gut. Do not recommend us to eat this asparagus. I do not see the huge benefit in eating asparagus, or where that has to be on the list if it's going to cause your gut to smell like that, your insides to smell like that. It's a stench that's unnatural, and it does make me wonder if whether or not it is like that, it's been done like that intentionally. I have not done enough research to find out if whether or not this is one that we even supposed to be even consuming, because every plant and everything that has nutritional value is not meant for us. Most of it is meant for the fowls of the air and is meant for the animals, and we're taking their food, and then we're wondering why come we don't have anything left to eat, especially in the cities. So we all have to be very, very careful. If it stink, you don't need it. If it's stinking up your gut, we have too many other foods and green leafy vegetables and things out here that you can use to sweep through your system. Stick with the salad if that be the case, with a little bit of fresh squeezed lemon or lime over it, and you'll come out so much more better. and you'll be able to naturally detox and cleanse your system if you don't want to have to use colon cleanse. But if you combine the two, then that means that you get double the blessing of your cleansing of your colon. And so that's what I recommend. So any of y'all have any questions about it, you can via text the 618-388-8100 number, and that will automatically get you a via text back or call back. Be persistent. If you don't get through within the first 24 hours, then no, someone will call me, and I will most definitely tell you how to use it if you missed the first half of this Wellness Wednesday, because I am getting close to that time. Is there any other questions? I love you, and I am thankful I found you. I'm so thankful I found you. Thank you so much. Grand Rising, Sister Sandra. Let me know how you come along. Y'all don't go to sleep on me now, because we have to get prepared. We have to get our system prepared for this pandemic month, so that we don't have to worry about being caught up in being sick, unnecessarily sick for this quote unquote flu season. I don't care how many labels and names that they put out there for whatever they got going on. This is still necessary for us to get a heads up after seeing how they did us with COVID. Come on now, y'all. Nobody's going to feel sorry for anybody if you don't. It's not a taboo subject no more. It's not corny. It's not stale. It's not, ooh, you doing too much. It's not really that no more. Anybody that's saying that to you right now, then yes, I question how much mental clarity and how, the capacity of their thinking abilities at this point. And I would just keep that to myself and keep doing what I have to do to take care of myself, and let them sit back and find out what's going to happen if they don't help boost their immune system. I also will be sharing with you all, for those of you all that's still struggling with being meat eaters, and for those of you all that's struggling with still eating yeast, I will have alternative products for those who all that practices that will help get mucus out of your system. Because some of y'all, there are a few people that have a phobia about taking drinks and drinking stuff. Most of us don't, but I do like to still state that I will have something. And this one will be a spray bottle where you won't think that it's a breath freshener, because it only comes in two different kinds, orange and it comes in mint. And so I'll be sharing that on Motivational Monday and Wellness Wednesday. And so I just want to be able to have all the products in my hands. So since we're so visual people, I know I am, you all want to see, just like I'm able to show you the colon purifier and I'm able to show you the moringa. I know you all want to be able to see something. And so some don't have to, because they know if I say I'm going to get it, I'm going to get it. But some need to be able to visually see it, and I understand that, because that's when I like the lust of the eye comes into play, whether it's for something good or bad, when we see what we're getting. And it's going to come in a little tube for those of you all that's still struggling and trying to get on your health journey, where you're slipping back into all that toxic meat and all that yeast and drinking and all that. This one product that I have that I did use for a lot of my family and other clients that I had in the beginning stages of COVID. Some were already diagnosed with COVID. They were already locked down. And when I gave them this particular product, my God, they recovered. They could go back and the tests and show that they no longer had it. And then a lot of them had recovered without no problem. Matter of fact, everybody did. Let me show you how powerful this product was. That product was so powerful. That herb and the way they mixed that together was so powerful. And I lie not, y'all gonna probably laugh. Some of y'all gonna crack up, but some of y'all might not, because some of y'all might have an uncle that they ain't gonna call out them uncles, because it's just too many of them. I hadn't heard from this uncle in a long time, because he had such a lifestyle. So I know he wasn't lying. He called into me, and I can say that because he's not going to be online. So don't none of y'all try to, any of my family members tune in, don't even dare try to figure out which uncle I'm talking about, because I ain't going to say nothing. This uncle was still drinking vodka, drinking like 10 winos. I lie not. Come on now, y'all. I told y'all I'm going to keep it 1,000. not healthy, not one lick bit. Hangover, everything under the sun, eating whatever he wanted to eat, doing whatever he wanted to do. Past 60 years old. And even he called me on this product and said, Niece, I know you always, this is voice, y'all. He said, you always been an angel. You know you're an angel, right? You know you're an angel. But whatever that stuff was that you gave me, I thought I was about to die. I really had them send me into they were going to send me into the doctor. I knew I was dead. But when I sprayed that spray in my throat, it just cleared up everything. Everything. That's how he talked. And I said, well, Uncle, so glad to hear from you after 30-some years. And I'm glad to know that I was able to send you something that was able to help you be well. I ain't heard from him since. But all I know is he alive. I know I ain't the only one. I'm just saying. Danielle said we all got that. She said we all got that, Uncle. See, now I was able to bust out my Uncle Tyrone because everybody got Uncle Tyrone. That was him and his libido, his male libido herbal abstract, which I am going to get that because I am getting a whole lot of requests for that. But I got a disclaimer that I got to put out there now. Y'all didn't hear about Uncle Tyrone. Now, I can bust out Uncle Tyrone because Uncle Tyrone used to want to be a news reporter, and he sit there. He got one segment, and he sit there and he bust out everybody. So everybody in the family knows that we all can talk about Uncle Tyrone, okay? I sent one herbal abstract to him because he was in this mode where he going to do his thing, and we recommend that you not use it just to sleep around and do whatever. So I'm just going to leave that right there. And but Uncle Tyrone went ahead and used it because he's older now, and he had him somebody that was younger, and he done got excited, and he took the. We said one syringe, 1.4. We were specific. And so he takes it, and he takes half the bottle of the little potent herbal abstract that helps with the libido. And the next day, he's in the ER with an erection that cannot go away no time soon, and with a headache too. Because it was your obvious. Yes, some herbs are so powerful, they will have your blood pressure shooting to the roof because it's for creating that circulation within the body, and the same for the female libido. So once again, moderation, listening to the keys of how to utilize these things, you all, are so important. You can get too much of a good thing. Why, out of all of the thousands of people that tried it and used it, did it have to be my uncle that would do that? Maybe because he wanted me to share this with you all as a warning. Do not overuse herbs. This is the reason why we say the herbs have to be last, you all. They're powerful. Everything that God created was powerful, y'all. We come from the herbs. We're powerful. Once you learn what your use and once you learn what your purpose is, you become a force to be reckoned with. So if that happens for a little herb, then how much more powerful do you think that you are? And so we have to know that we are the ones that are supposed to master the living things. We are the ones that were supposed to cultivate the land, not the land possess you, not the herb take over you. Think about it, y'all. I look as a naturopath, as a health and wellness coach, as an influencer, as a counselor, as a coach. I like to encourage our people to think with common sense. I like giving y'all all these medical terminologies and all that stuff that's gonna go over most people's heads that's not in that field. I had that conversation on another day and another time. But I know that my people, when they call in, they want to know the real deal. Like that, make it plain to me. Stop overusing herbs. Herbs are powerful. They are some of them are very hallucinogenic, meaning you can be whatever's in your subconscious mind and you think that you want to try, it gonna make you think that you can. And that's for the cannabis. That's also means for the hemp, all of that stuff that's out now, all of it that's out, that's got all this high HTT in it and all that. I got by one, a pastor that sent me something and said, look, we want you to try and see if there's something that you would recommend to your clients. And I said, okay, because I got to try it first. I tried it first, and my whole soul of my true character came out. And I shared this about, I think that was back in December, January. So some of y'all missed it. And I shared, I said, boy, I got the laughing up a storm. Do you hear me? Laughter came from my soul. And I couldn't stop laughing. And I'm like, what? I only took a little bitty bites of it. And I said, Lord, I can't give this to when I'm thinking, I'm judging from what the effects it can have on me. But if it's somebody in that subconscious mind, you're holding bitterness in, you're holding anger in, and you take that, I said, nah, he gonna go to shoot up somebody. He gonna go kill up somebody, or she gonna go take somebody out. No, so we have to everything in moderation. Know what you're doing when you're doing these things, y'all. This is the reason why it's so important to get consultation, get coaching from good coaches. If somebody tell you that they're not that, then stop trying to get information out of them. Don't be surprised then when something doesn't go right for you when you're trying this. The beautiful thing is that you don't necessarily have to worry about dying. Or you don't have to worry about 10, 20 different side effects along the way. So that's the reason why I would still always recommend the natural way, the herbal way, and the natural eating over any type of medicine any time of the day. I don't care if I didn't have much time. I referred this even before I became a naturopathic doctor. I referred, look, it only made natural sense. If I don't have to take a vitamin D pill, and I'm not downplaying vitamin D, but I'm in a sunny place and I can go off for an hour or half an hour or break it up into 15 minutes increments, then it only makes natural sense to save my $20, $30 and go get me some sun. Come on now, y'all. Am I talking to anybody? Since we like to complain about money, except for when it comes down to getting bourgeoised out, until it's talking about, getting our bling bling on or our new shoes and taking that trip and all that. We want to put money on everything else, but not on our internal health. How? It's a common saying. How is it that we're going to sit here and act like that anything else on the exterior is more important than your internal, when if your internal is sick, you will not be able to enjoy that's on the outside? How many times, think about it, even as childhood, if you got sick and you got the flu and you got the chicken pox, you had to stay in. You can't even go out and play with your friends. Now that we're grown, if you get sick, you got to stay at home from work. You're missing a paycheck in most cases. You got a business. You can't do your business right. Now people starting to complain because you grumpy, or you got a tummy ache. You got a headache. You're sick. You go on a trip, the trip spoil you because you done got seasick. So now now can't nothing go right because of you all sick. And they're like, well, now I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, use it. Think about that when y'all are talking about how much money it takes to help take care of yourself. It's very minimum, actually, because the less addictions you have, the less money you spend. Think about it. You know how good I feel? Let me put this seed up in your head. Okay, I use the bathroom when I use the product before salad the next morning. I haven't been consistent enough. I need to use twice a day consistently. Thank you for your honesty, sister. Yes, because when you do that consistently, yes, you will find that it will help you tremendously. I'm getting back really good testimonials that I'm just loving. And I'm like, just to know that people are getting their system cleansed before this next pandemic come up. or season come up that they're going to a place out here, you all get that cleansing going. If you got something, I encourage you to go ahead and start using it now so that your immune system can be boosted. Yes, I will have immunity herbal extracts. I will have sprays. I will have all that this month without no problem. Yes, you will be able to get it shipped to you no matter where you are. Preferably, it's not in certain parts of Africa that may takes a little longer, because that does bother my whole soul that the postal service is set up, which I do have to get back to another sister that's told me about the discount, where you have to pay more for shipping and handling than you do for the product itself. That's the world we live in. And so therefore, yes, thank you for your honesty, Sister Sandra. That's what you have to do. You have to be consistent about it. As a matter of fact, what you'll find is that even within the first week, if you do it consistently for 1 week, usually within the first 48 hours, honestly, you'll be able to tell. But if you can't tell within the first day or 3 days through a bowel movement, then that means that you're severely constipated. And that does mean that you need to continue to take, because we've had a few cases like that. That's what that means. You're supposed to be able to see a real good smooth bowel movement, and it should only take no less than about a minute for you to have it. I promise you, don't worry about taking no magazine or your cell phone in the restroom with you at all. It's gonna be up. It's gonna be clean wipe, and you ain't got to worry about nothing. And I'm talking to you from what I've known for the last 15 years of experience with this particular healthy product, Forest Your Colon Purifier. I know what I'm talking about. I've experienced it myself, and now it just so happens that I know how to eat healthy enough to where I don't have to rely on it at all. The goal is for you to get so used to you're having a really good, smooth, normal bowel movement within a minute, really within seconds, you all. And I know it sounds taboo, but it exists. I'm a living witness, and nobody will. It even helps to go in the odor. So even if you have had toxic food and meat, I've got plenty reports where people that was eating toxic food after taking this colon purifier, they noticed the odor wasn't even there like it used to be. Some the first sign is ear popping, is clear, it purifies the ear because it's reducing the inflammation. It's absorbing. It's absorbing all of that's just taking and sweeping through. You know how when you sweep, and if you take your time and sweep slowly, then you don't have to worry about everything flying everywhere. Or let's use the new mop, the new sweeper mops that they have out now. That's cloth material. You sweep out, you don't have to worry about it flying everywhere. But that's how this colon purifier operates. You don't have to worry about everything flying all over everywhere. It means no diarrhea. No diarrhea. You can't beat that, and it will not constipate you more. If anything, and then you can't even force yourself to eat more. So you're gonna save money in the long run. Well, actually, in the short run, you'll save money because now whatever $5 to $10 to $20 you would spend on lunch, you ain't gotta do that now. You don't have to do that because it makes you feel full. While it's absorbing in all that leftover food and whatever else you got up in the junk and franken foods you got in your system, it's got you feeling full. All you're gonna want to do is drink, or you could juice. You can get some juice and juice it. Melons is the most desired, but if you're wrestling with blood disease of any sort, then I highly recommend more berries. More berries. That's high in antioxidants. That's darker. That's good for cleansing the blood, and that's good for neutralizing the blood as well. Meaning giving your body the necessary minerals and oxygen. Sea moss is on the way, you all. There was a delay in it. So my apologies for that for anyone that's waiting for the sea moss. I think I only had a few that was but it is on the way. We will have that as well. And so you don't have to worry about that. Your 92 to 102 radiation tested and all that good stuff. So I'm just excited because more and more of us is becoming aware and able to be able to get some of these things before they get away from us. You all, so take advantage of it. And for those of you all to say, "Oh, I don't need it now," you might want to, if you're able. It might be best. I know it'd be best for you to put it on the shelf for later. We all have that. What is it, Sandra? Okay, any more questions? And then I'm going to tune out because I know I've been gone for the week. I wasn't able to tune in like I wanted to. So I'm going to eat to make it. Got 10 more minutes. I'm going to lay back, y'all, because y'all know me. I can get to going. When I get excited, I get the floor and I get to going. Oh, the products that we have on hand, we stock, it will be as long as there is no delay. And I will give the announcement if it is. It will be the B12, the H, the, auntie, hold on one second. She just won't stop talking. Hey, auntie, I'm doing my live stream, my Wellness Wednesday. Is everything okay?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Just call me when you get done.
I sure will. I'll be done in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. There you go, y'all. I had to ask her because she wasn't going to stop. She must be on a mission. She on the roll. That one right there, she most definitely got a lot of energy. Yes, she does. And she's on her workout mission too. She's on her health mission, and I love it because she is past 60. And I use my elder women. I don't know about y'all, but see, we coming up with a generation that sometimes they're not impressed with the oldest. It seems like a little bit of envy, a little bit of jealousy going on there. I use young folks as my motivation to stay young. Yes, I do. And I use my elders as motivation to when I get older, how of how what to strive to be, how to strive to be healthy for a longer period of time. That's what I do. And so I recommend us to have that more of that mentality than to be hating on one another or being jealous. No. Get inspired by one another. Be inspired. Be encouraged. Be happy for one another. So that way, when it's your turn, somebody might be happy for you. Yeah, I had to say might because I know what kind of time we live in today. I just came across a young man. He was like 20 something years old, and I'm trying to find out about a new workout equipment earlier today because I had to go over to my nephew's job, and he works over at the Jackie Jordan Cursa Center. And I had never seen the equipment before, and I like, searching around to see where I can invite, different places to see what I can recommend for our people because it was a walking trail and an exercising trail, and they had some new device working. I still don't know what that thing was, but you bottom line is you could use it to work out on. There's a big old concrete block there right as we get to the river between East St. Louis and St. Louis, and nobody really goes into the park. It's called Jones Park. Nobody really goes there, so it's like the perfect place. And it's right by the Metrolink. It's right by at Jackie Jordan Cursa Center. And I'm watching these two young men. And so I stopped. I asked the question. I said, hey, I said, what's that? I said, what y'all got going on? I'm thinking that they're working on it. It's like, no, we just come out here to work. We from St. Louis, and we don't, nobody, it's no distractions here. So we like to come over here to work out on here. I said, all right, that's what's up. And so it's like, you from here? I said, born and raised. I said, but I'm just coming over to check out the new equipment. And then he's like, that's good. He said, you look pretty young yourself. I said, pretty young. So I told him my age, my stage. Let me say stage, because I'm going to start changing y'all. It ain't going to be age no more. It's going to be stage. I told him my stage. And he said, just how he just paused. And I said, how young are you? I'm curious. Because, when most of us melanated folks, you can't tell all the time still. That's a blessing. And so he said 20 something. I said, oh, I got a daughter your age. And he laughed and he said, okay, well, keep up the good work. You're doing good. I said, you are too. I am. I'm inspired and motivated. I said, y'all keep me on my toes. I said, so I'm happy that to see you out here working out, because I'm going to recommend it for others, and I'm gonna bring a crew out here so that we can start walking in the park. It's safe to do so. A no crime area that we know of. You don't hear about no whole extra. So it's a whole lot of the stuff that's put out there, y'all, to make us think that the misinformed information that we have about certain areas is something else too. We're gonna leave that alone. I do believe that is part way of trying to keep everybody apart as well too. Well, at least some of us, because they know where some of the most resilient and some of the most strongest, most determined people come from. And most of the time, it does come from the school of hard knocks. It comes from the inner city where we done made it through the drug era. We made it through riots. We made it through all these things. And a lot of us that didn't make it through that point, you are the descendants of those people. And so that's still in your DNA, whether you like it or not. And you wondering where your strength come from to just keep pressing forward. That's where it comes from. Some of you all out there, you tune in, you from Detroit, Michigan, and all these other places where you're dealing with toxic water, where your body, whether you know it or not, your system, that also means that if you make it through that point, that also means that your immune system is getting stronger and stronger. The bacteria, the good bacteria in your body is fighting against all of that toxicity. And you're able to come from out of Michigan dealing with that, and then have the afford the opportunity to be able to get cleansed and detoxify the body and renew yourself. Oh my God. Oh, the term of beast. Oh, that's taken to a whole nother level. That's a force to be reckoned with. See, it's all how you think. It's all, I mean, and we wonder where that endurance level comes from. It comes from the earth. It's inhabited in the earth. This is the reason why they want to destroy the minerals in the ground. This is the reason why they want to buy it out, you all. So the most important thing that we could be doing as a people, and you all hearing people say, is getting together, putting your money together, and buying land. And by all means, don't get together and buy land and not know someone that practices taking care of the land. That means a farmer. That means somebody that's naturopathic. That means a herbalist. Befriend one. Put it out there. I want a good, honest, spiritual minded, friendly person who have knowledge about I got land. I need help in cultivating this land. And you'll be surprised. Have not because you ask not. I know. I've been practicing. It was the hardest thing for think about it. Self-sufficient, independent people, or so-called self-sufficient, because there's no one person that's independent. We all have had to have help one way or the other, whether you want to give credit to the people or not. We're some of the most hardest to get to ask for something. And when I say we, I'm including myself. I've always been one that liked to give more than I did like to receive. It's always been a beautiful thing to receive a gift, and different ones that tuned in to the cherry and different ones. Yes, I loved you all. A lot of you all have given to me, and I'm like, oh my God. And I know they don't really realize. I mean, you can give me a piece of fruit, and I'm happy because I'm like, you could have thought to give that to somebody else. You didn't have to give it to me. And so that's just how my mind and how my heart is wired. And so I never, so if you give me a big gift, you can only imagine how I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm like blown away because I know the time and the season that we live in. It's not too many good hearted people, giving people left anymore. It's not too many. Not too many. All of us feel like most of us feel like that we're in this by ourselves, but you're not. And you know that just by how a lot of us gather together, even on these social media platforms, and we want to hear something positive. Some of them have other different reasons why they're coming from. They may be looking, just trying to look and see what you got on. Whatever the case is, it's something that you're going to hear that connects with your spirit, that connects to your soul. And that's why I tune in too, not just for help me, but even though that's the most important reason. Okay, let me read this. Okay, great. I will get on it and I will make you feel. I makes me feel so much better and quickly. No cramps, no diarrhea. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, excellent for cramps. I'm glad she said that. This colon purifier, excellent for cramps, and so is the moringa. Reduce inflammation. Anything that reduces inflammation, anything that absorbs and takes toxicity, mucus, breads, yeast, anything that clears your walls of your vessels, your blood vessels, anything that does that is operating as a cleanser, as a purifier, as a detoxifier. And that means it's taking the pressure off of those little thin, skinny little veins that you have. That's more skinnier than this little string right here. It's half that in most cases, unless you have bigger veins like I got from my dad. Yeah, but even that's really small. Y'all think about that. Think about trying to squeeze toxic stuff, bread and yeast and gum and all that in there. Just think about it. Just think about it. That's throughout your whole body. Your blood is what determines your longevity. Your bloodstream, even though you don't hear nobody talking about their blood type no more. You don't hear nobody, you don't even hear the doctors talking about it no more. But yet the first thing that they want to do anytime somebody gets sick or emergency come up is try to draw blood from you. Think about it, y'all. Nobody talking about it no more, but yet that's the first thing they want to do is take your blood. Why is that? Some things you don't have to read in a book. Some things you just watch and learn. Most things, it's safe to say most things, most important things, I say it's safe to say it's not even in a book. Yeah, I said it. Most things that we need to help us to live by that's vital and important is not even in a book. It is in our everyday practices and you seeing what works and what doesn't work. That's why they call everything, even when you read a book, they say, well, do you live the life? Do you the lifestyle? The lifestyle? Well, you say you holy, but do you live holy? Life, live. They keep saying live. Well, I don't think they is because I saw them. No, I saw them dancing the other day. You're looking. You're watching. If I was on her saying I'm healthy, and every time you see me, I ain't got no energy, I'm slumped down, walking slow. Tomorrow I'm not feeling good. I just came before y'all to tell y'all Wellness Wednesday. Y'all be like, huh? I heard what she said. I saw the products that she got, but she don't look healthy. But that's what a lot of y'all are doing when you go to the so quote unquote hospital. You go where it's unhealthy people telling you how to be healthy. Make that make sense. You can't. We can't. Because it doesn't. But now, and I'm watching it and I feel too. I'm seeing it now. Our health and wellness people coming up. Not healthy. But yet they got all other regimens down packed for you of what you are supposed to be doing that they cannot apply to themselves. That's not good. We haven't learned how to practice what we teach. Have to. We are the living examples. We have to. That's why I said, if I try something, I'm going to let you know. I never forget the little chocolate that I thought was organic and they put that pimple on the side of my face. I just zoom right on into y'all. So you see that little pimple right there? That came from that so-called organic chocolate that wasn't truly organic. But because my body is already at an alkaline state to where it responds to everything. It lets me know when something ain't right. And yours do too. And that's when you know you're getting more healthier. By the way, even if you're not on the 100%, I'm so glad because my sister made me. I got to say this before the hour set out. Even my sister just called me and she said, I'm not 100% healthy. She said, I'm not 100% healthy. She said, but now my body tells me now when it's something that's not right for it. I said, then that's when you know that your body is operating in a place where it's not desensitized. I said, that is good, sis. I said, that's good. Now it's able to talk to you. Now that means it's ready to heal itself. So stop getting all crazed out about, oh, I got off struggling. I did this and that. No, think about it. Each day, every 24 hours that as your body shedding the old cells and renewing itself. Every time you think to eat your fruits and your vegetation, that's you open up like talking to. Like if you talk to somebody every now and then, you don't get a chance to really get to know them. But if you keep talking to them, all of a sudden now they start sharing more and more and more. Now you're starting to what we call it. Oh, we got a relationship. We having conversation, meaning you're intertwining. It's the same with your food and what you drink. The more and more you practice it, the more and more your body gets you get to know your body. And what it responds to and what it doesn't in a positive or a negative way. And stop. I'm gonna say this because I gotta put this out here and I'm gonna let it go. Stop thinking that just because you get an upset stomach the moment you eat a herb or the moment you take something natural and it start rumbling up your mind, that means that you're getting sick or you're allergic to it. That's not so. Not so, not so, not so. That is not so. Now stop that. The process of think about it, even when you're working out, when you walk, and you haven't walked in a long time, or those of you all that work out, you didn't work out, you know how your legs get sore, those muscles start getting sore before you start seeing that tone. Some of you, if you're small frame like me, then you start seeing the tone right away. But if you're not, you start Do you go and say, you know what, I ain't gonna work out no more because I feel a little sore? No, you go and soak in some Epsom salt or go get you some type of natural soothing cream, relax the muscles, and you go at it again. Because you know that the end results is what's taking place is internally, even though you can't physically see your muscles is covered up with skin. But you know that due to that soreness, that means that the muscles is getting tighter. They're getting ripper. And so depending on how ripped you want to get, depending on how toned you want to look, you keep going until you get that tone. You keep going until you get those abs, right? Right? Well, that's the same when you're eating food and you're cleansing the body. Once the body is being cleansed and it's pushing through those vessels, it's trying to shove itself through all of that toxicity, and you're stretching the muscles of your intestines. Sometimes that's going to feel crampy, gassy. It's going to hurt, but it will pass. Once you get used to cleansing it properly and nourishing it with the right thing, is each day go by, it starts to get more better, more soothing. Stop stopping just because you feel the cramp. No, you're stronger than that. I'm saying it to you today. You're stronger than that. If you didn't think that you were, I just planted to see you're stronger than that. You are. Stop lying to yourself. Stop telling yourself negative things to talk yourself out of being as healthy as you can be. It's not necessary. We are coming up on a pandemic. Very, very soon. We're in the heart of it right now. We're in it right now. They never stopped planning, y'all. And so I gotta send out that warning for us to keep going. And as the time go by, I'm going to be being even more and more persistent. I'm going to be laying out specific things that we have to do in order to get our system cleansed. The first step is cleansing. Get some type of cleansing. Even if you don't get mine, get some. Get one that's non-GMO, that's all natural, to help cleanse your gut. Yes, I recommend mine because this mine is the only one that I know the most about and have gotten the best results from. So I can only promote that I know. And then you want to top that off. After you do that, the most recommended, the best way to start it is to go on a 1 day fast at least. 3 day is the ultimate, but 1 day, 24-hour fast, because some of you haven't even fast for 24 hours unless you had to be put in the hospital and they told you that they only gonna give you ice for the day. And so if you haven't fasted for 1 day, drink a water, lemon, and lime. Cleanse. Then start it. That's the best way to start this. To help push down any of the other leftover toxic meals of the day, and that way when it's time to take it down and you start feeling full, you'll be more thankful, more grateful, because you got something on your stomach. So you're not really fasting at all, because this is still a food substance. This is still a fiber. So you're not fasting really. You're cleansing. You're going through a detoxification stage. So that way you can't tell yourself, you can tell yourself, yes, I did have something, because the great truth to come along and try to make you think that you ain't had nothing to eat. And then that's when most of us wind up like, well, I ain't had nothing all day. Yes, you have had something all day. You had some cleanse all day. Yes, you have. Yeah, I said it. Yes, you have. It's just something that we have to reprogram our minds in a more healthier way of thinking in order to motivate us to do the right thing by ourselves. That's all. And so this is, see, I get more in depth in this when I'm coaching. And so when you call in for your consultation, if you order these, it is 2 for $40. And then the moringa is 1 for 20, 22, one tablespoon of moringa to help. And I never finished that. Here go the benefits of moringa, because people keep asking. It normalizes the blood sugar. If the blood sugar level is fine, then great. You can use it for preventive measures. Anti-inflammatory. Stimulates hair growth. Reduce wrinkles. Reduce wrinkles. Yeah. Yeah, reduce wrinkles. I'm working on the neck now. Reduce wrinkles. Enhance skin health. Increase energy. Increase energy. Normalize blood sugar. especially when the heat, y'all. All this high blood pressure, even those who haven't not been diagnosed with blood pressure. If you're eating salt, you eating too fast, you're not digesting your food right, your blood pressure go up, you get overheated. Moringa in the house. Moringa in the house. Used as a promote libido. You better call Tyrone. Uncle Ty, please don't let my Uncle Tyrone see this. And look, increases libido. Y'all sitting up there running around there trying to get all these male enhancers when all you gotta do is get you a teaspoon of the moringa and take that. That's a more natural way, and you don't have to worry about that. So, ladies, you know what that means. It means the same for you too. No, you don't have to worry about being in overheat. It's just natural way. We can have a conversation about that if you call in for your one-on-one coaching. Antifungal. So all that funk is going around that's causing the stench that got you itching. Ladies, anybody got itchy testicles, itchy fillets, itchiness, all that, itching on the arms and all that, that's antifungal. And will help to clear and purify those. And that also can mean eczema as well. And that's why it's good for a skincare as well. And so highly recommended. Anti-tumors. You got tumors growing, which is fibroids, cysts, things of that nature, inflammation. This moringa will help in that. Take this 21 days. I recommend maybe once every other day or once every day, depending on how severe your condition is. If you're concerned about that and you don't realize what it is that you need to do or how much that I should recommend that you should take, then that means you need to be calling in for your free consultation so that I can tell you, or just via text and that simple. Hey, Dr. Chef, how you doing? Can you please tell me how I can use my moringa? If you can't catch me over the phone, then you can via text that in and leave a voicemail, and I'll be able to see that as well. I just had some people to call in this morning. I'm getting ready to start my moringa. How should I take it? I took my time out and I explained it to them. Okay. Improves digestive system. Once again, this too is like a nice cleansing for you all to get your immune system ready, your body to be able to receive more nourishment through your other minerals and vitamins in the foods that you eat. Okay, anti-ulcers. Ooh, a lot of people eliminates constipation. So I had a few that called in and said, "Can I take both of them?" I said, "Take this first and then the moringa second. If you're going to do both, then fine." Especially for those you all that know you got a lot of gut issues, a lot of excess amount of waste, excess amount of fluid and water that you want to get rid of. Then I recommend you to take the colon cleanse first thing, maybe close to the best time would be noonish. I would say between morning and noon. And then you want to chase it with, if you want to take this tea style, you can sip on that as a tea for your lunch or afternoon or right before bedtime, however way you want to do it. And but I would say, since this is the ultimate purifier, then do it afterwards. And that also means your vitamins, if you're taking vitamins, and your food. So that way your body can still absorb the nourishment after you take your colon cleanser. The colon cleanser is going to be, the colon purifier is going to be set to be able to help sweep out the last meals that you had. So you want to take that first. You want to take this first because it sweep out the last meals that you had 24 hours prior to, especially if you are constipated. If you have to pause this and rewind it to play it back again to hear what I have to say, then I recommend you all to do that, or either call in for your consultation. You do get a free consultation when you order these products or any of my products. You get a consultation, 15-minute consult. If you want more, then I do accept donations. People used to send in anywhere from 50 or more. I did have my prices set at 100 to 200 at one while. That was too much for a lot of people to afford. I can reach more people with the prices being more reasonable, because I know a lot of us just don't value our health the way we need, or either you're on a fixed income or things are just tight and you're needing both to have both. Then that's understandable for me. Just go ahead and make sure that you remember that you have a free consultation that comes when you order your, and you can via text me at any, all throughout the day whenever you need to. You can call. The squeaky wheel is the one who gets the oil, meaning gets the attention. And so That's it, y'all. I think I done it, y'all. I'm at close to 2 hours because I've been gone. I've been gone vacating. It's just a beautiful thing to see different ones in the chat. Is there any other questions? Let me see. Let me zoom down to make sure before I get off and let you all carry on with the rest of your beautiful Wellness Wednesday. So it says, so your colon cleanse help cleanse the small intestine, large intestine. Yes. Yes, Auntie. Yes, it does. Tracy, it does. Is that something you need to prepare to stay home for? I said that for no, you don't need to prepare to stay home at all for this colon cleanse. This is all natural. Let me see. No, nobody, no reports at all. Our people will let us know, and I surely would let you know. Good to see you, Sister Nira. Yes, I finished reading it. I know you're going to replace some ingredients. Absolutely. You know me. I want to improvise. I will be purchasing your book as well. Okay, thank you. Let me see. All right, I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Okay, unless there's no other questions, y'all, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get off. I'm sorry, Facebook. For those y'all that tune in, I'm trying to get y'all to come to YouTube. I know we got some Facebook lovers. They love Facebook, and they something about getting in there to their. It's just something about transferring over to YouTube that some of them don't. It's free. It's free on YouTube. Once again, for your free consultations, now that Facebook is back up, you can call it 618 388 8100 for your consultation and for all new products and get to starting on your cleanse before the next pandemic. Is what I like to call it, not pandemic. It's a pandemonic. You all call in for your colon purifier and for your moringa to help to cleanse your system out, to get it prepared to boost your immune system. For those of you all who need it, please do so. Call in for that. And then I will be more than happy. The phone lines will be up until 7 p.m. tonight. I have extended it out due to understanding that we have to get on the ball with this, you all. And so don't be afraid to reach out when need be. And just know that I love you all, and I'm wishing you all a Wellness Wednesday, a thriving Thursday, and preferably I'll be able to come back to y'all with some type of fun Friday or fitness Friday or something. I'm working on the Friday thing because these weekends has been crazy. They've been crazy for with one thing or the other. And so just know I'm always thinking about you, always praying for you all. I love you all, and I pray that you all be healthy and well. Don't give up. Don't give in. Stay encouraged. You can be healthy as long as you apply the knowledge, you all. And so, and without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and time out of here, y'all, because I still got work to do. A lot of work to do, y'all. So, and I will be answering the phone lines for those of you all that text in. If you can't, then leave a via text. Leave your name, you all. Don't forget to put your name in there. A lot of people don't put your name. My system doesn't always pick up the name, and so go ahead and leave your name and leave your name and number and what it is that you would like, or just your number, name, and whatever the condition is, or if it's for a product. I am going to work on getting another phone line up and starting real soon too, just for the record. Until then, you all enjoy your day. If you haven't gotten any sun, y'all open up the window. If you can't go outside, then open up the window and sit underneath the sun if you're able to do that for at least 15, 20 minutes to get you in some vitamin D. That will help your body to be able to absorb all the minerals that you need. All right. Peace, love, and good health, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.